Ishnu Allah. My name is Eldahlia, and welcome to Eldahlia's World of Warcraft, One Character Collection Challenge. In this challenge, I will be starting with an entirely fresh account, on a brand new character, Eldahlia, the Kaldorei Druid. Starting from level 1, I will be hunting gear, toys, pets, quests, mounts, and achievements, striving to complete as much of the game as possible with only a single character on the entire account. If that sounds like a monumental task, that's because it is. I hope you enjoy the journey with me as I work to discover every last inch of the World of Warcraft. Ishnu Allah. That's right, I did that twice. Anyway, I wanted to clarify a couple things before we begin. First off, some stuff will be physically impossible for me to complete. I have nerve damage in my hands, and a few neurological issues that can make precision tasks astronomically difficult. For example, I will only rarely do PvP, and will not focus on collecting everything there. I also likely will not get all the skywriting and racing achievements. Things like that. I ask for your understanding in this regard. I also will not try too hard to grind for mega rare items, the kind with less than a 0.2% drop chance on Wowhead. Also, I have the attention span of a sugared up goldfish, so if you're expecting coherent and smoothly planned content, don't. I will be flickering around where my whims dictate, but I will try to complete story-type quests in one episode. I will probably forget. Feel free to yell at me, for sweet algorithm engagement, and yes, I will yap about lore. So much yapping. Let's get started. I opened a brand new trial account, chose an RP realm because it's full of nerds, and got started designing my character. I chose Night Elf because racial vanish is extremely powerful. Plus, I like their sharp teeth. As for class, there's many good classes to choose from, and also priest. I ultimately choose druid, because they can play many roles, making eventual group content more flexible. But mainly, it was because cat supremacy. I wanted to be a cat. Next comes the lengthy character creation process. I want to make a face that is cute and memorable, since it will be my forever face. I am one of those people who does not like changing things beyond hairstyle and color at the barber shop. Shapeshifted forms aside, once I give a character a basic appearance, that is how they look. I can't go to the salon to change my gender, why should they get to? It's unfair is what it is. Regardless of my personal complaints, it isn't long before I start looking like myself. Beautiful, fierce, powerful, and, oh, whoops. Don't want to be demonetized. Let's censor that. You don't need to see anyway. For my name, I randomize a couple until one looks right to me. Then, it's time to finally and truly begin my long journey.
You are a soldier of the Noble Alliance. A coalition of kingdoms upholding the ideals of valor and justice across Azeroth. An Alliance expedition sent to explore an uncharted island has recently gone missing. As a bold new recruit, you have joined a rescue mission departing from Stormwind. Find the lost expedition members and bring them home. For the Alliance!
As a new account and a new character, I will be sent to the new tutorial island Blizzard cooked up, which apparently includes a healthy dose of propaganda. I spent far too long fussing with my interface and add-ons, then I'm introduced to Captain Garrick, the commander of this rescue mission. I don't remember signing up for an army, but I'm already here, so I humor the soldiers as they test my mettle with some simple targeting practice. People start panicking about rain, and I fuss with my interface again, unhappy about something. They keep yelling about the storm, so I join the others to see what the fuss is about. Oh no. Ishnu Allah. No, I will not stop doing that. Unlike many people on the internet, I was raised to be polite. After getting intimate with the fishes, we decided to go our separate ways but remain friends, and I wake up on an unknown island. And I'm pretty sure I smell murlocs. Bitch! Captain Garrick says that other shipwreck belongs to the Alliance expedition we were sent to rescue. A magic map appears in my head, showing me the surrounding terrain as well as pointing out quest objective locations. Very useful. Probably cheating. Definitely something you can turn off in the settings if you prefer more of an immersive challenge and beating your head against the wall. I retrieve first aid kits from those murlocs I smelled, and slap fishy gauze on the only soldiers who could swim, apparently. Then Captain Garrick and I go to check out a suspicious and dangerous campfire while the other 3 who just finished coughing fish pee out of their lungs go and search the rest of the island. We find a bald satyr at the campfire, withering from hunger. Captain Garrick stays to watch her suffer while sending me off to commit murder. I sniff out a treasure, then slaughter enough wildlife to feed an entire party of bald satyrs. Then I even have to cook it for her, as apparently Captain Garrick's hands are too delicate for roasting meat on coals. Not too delicate to fight me, as she insists on sparring to help digest all my hard work. There's Quillbores ahead using necromancy, and I learn Captain Garrick's son is part of the expedition we were rescuing. She spouts more propaganda to hide her nepotism, but I'm not fooled. Gives me an excuse for more murder, and more looting, so I'm not that bothered. An intimate meeting with this handsome man gave me enough experience to unlock my final form, Cat. None can match my power. I have become ungovernable. But there aren't many Quillbore here, despite everyone's complaining. Eventually I find some dinner, and even kill an ogre. What's an ogre doing here? No matter, he touched my bacon. That's enough to warrant death. He babbles something about a ritual, a sacrifice, but who cares when I receive my first piece of gear? A cloak. Stylish. I stick around farming some drops, and rations for later, accidentally saving a gnome, which temporarily ruins my appetite. More treasure cheers me up, and Captain Garrick gets revenge on me for saving the gnome by making me ride the speedcopter.
We will take your soul and raise the dragon from the dead.
The full force of the Alliance will rain down upon you.
Ha! Our dragon will crush them. We have other rituals to oversee. Savor the final moments of your life.
I return to report there are at least 3 undead, an ogre, and a priest. Before I can think of the punchline, the gnome redeems his existence by enabling me to explode a boar. Why are we riding a giant boar into battle instead of simply exploding our enemies? Gnomes are as strange as their taste. I would rather be doing the murder with my own paws, but the boar does a decent enough job. Then the boar shrinks into bacon bits, and I get to smack an ogre in the knees. Captain Garrick is giving her son Henry a pep talk. He is relieved he won't be punished for not saving his friends, but he doesn't seem to realize no one has expectations for a holy priest. Thankfully his friends didn't perish for nothing, as Henry at least remembers the information they died to obtain.
Yes, Mother. Captain Garrick. The ogres are using necromancy to raise a dragon from the dead. They need sacrifices like us to fuel their magic. They're about to start a ritual. It's already begun. They're going to use the life force they gathered to reanimate the dragon.
Then we need to move quickly. Recruit Private Garrick. The Alliance never gives up hope, even in the face of disaster.
Never give up. Never surrender.
We'll put a stop to these rituals before the ogres can complete them. Let's go.
I am not even old enough to fly without training feathers, and yet I am expected to face an undead dragon. I regret stowing away on this military boat. There's suddenly a lot more people here, and I'm forced to buy an Alliance tabard to display my patriotic pride. Joke's on them, no tabard visible when cat. Your nationalism means nothing to my sleek perfection. Fun fact, selling gear will unlock the appearance for that gear if you haven't obtained it yet, so don't worry about having to equip everything. Shopping done, I follow Henry to save someone from some harpies, and I scold him for using derogatory terms toward women. On the way I get distracted saving a light spawn, the light equivalent of void walkers. They look the same, but shiny and lemon flavored instead of shadowy and grape. I do this first because it gives 10 minutes of sparkles, which have the useful side effect of boosted speed. From there, it's easy to zoom through the bird wives, murder their puppies, steal their treasure, and murder their pet ogre. Some dwarf is suffering from inner demons after rushing her cultivation and harming her dantian, so I fight off the bird wives and big chicken while she focuses on channeling her chi. Then it's off to head into a spider cave because the bald satyr is scared of things with more legs than she has brain cells. I heroically save even more people, shoring up my karma score with bonus credit I'll definitely need later. Then at the bottom is...
What?
Who is this guy? He is titled the Exiled, and this island is Exile's Reach. Perhaps he was banished or sealed here first, and the ogres and quillbores came later? Are they helping him get this revenge he craves, or did he subjugate them? My mind burns with questions, possibilities, and warlock hellfire. The druid who gave me a ride cried over the spiders she stepped on. She is weak and will not survive the winter. I do not claim her, especially after she tried to turn me into an herbivore. Disgusting. Druids are not hippies in communes. Guardians of nature should understand and respect nature's way, and nature is full of teeth. Captain Garrick says something about infiltrating a stronghold, but I'd rather fight a bear to steal his loot. Then I'm transformed against my will into an ogre, and I drag my allies into the stronghold as tribute. Fun fact, ogres love to party. Unfortunately my tribute breaks loose, and I am unable to infiltrate the ranks of the ogres to overthrow their leader. Plan B it is, murder time. We rescue the terrible captain who wrecked her ship and got her crew killed by enemies so pitiful they were thwarted by a single bored cat. Then they send me into what is the first of several runs through the Exile's Reach training dungeon. We kill some ogres, an ogren who isn't wearing undies because trust me, there's nothing worth looking at in there, another couple ogres, and then a bigger ogre with clothes who sacrifices himself to avoid being eaten alive. Coward. This brings to life a dragon corpse, though it brings to mind more questions. How does the undragon move? How does it use dragon breath without lungs? Did that exiled guy serve the dragon, or enslave it? What's the full hierarchy of power on this island? Who do I need to kill to be in charge? Oh, she's dead. Okay. So here, I made a mistake. I learned the murlocs drop a piece I haven't collected from the island's loot table, but I did not know the murlocs phased out after a certain point. Maybe I can check the auction house for the piece later, but I'll try to be more careful regarding phasing in the future. For now, let's run the dungeon a few more times to get as many drops as possible. I was told the two-handed mace wouldn't drop for me, which is unfortunate. I am not sure if this is fully true. If someone knows, please tell me in the comment. I may be missing another piece because of this.
Curse you, Bale!
Anyway, with that, I've done as much as I can on Exile's Reach. Onward to Stormwind.
Never stood a chance.
In time, the island will heal from their dark rituals.
Look on the horizon! One of our airships approaches!
A true testament to the strength of the Alliance. Come on, recruits. Let's go home.
This is my first time really trying to learn how to edit and put a video together. If you like my attempts, or pity my efforts, please like and subscribe to see more of my nonsense. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Or else.